Okay, before I begin, I just want to say please bear with me as this is going to be pretty difficult. So thank you for everyone who showed up today to celebrate someone who is so special to the HHS softball program. I really avoid writing this speech because not only was I worried I would not be able to get through it, but how would I be able to write something that really signifies what Ray has done for this sport, this school, this town, his athletes, and me for the last 33 years. To see all the people who have come back here shows a lot about the lives that Ray has touched. I don't think a few speeches is really enough, but we're going to try our best.
Okay, it's over.
Ray does not like this, just if you can't tell. Ray has been the softball assistant coach here at HHS for 33 years. He is truly a staple to this program. I could sit here and list all the accolades, but the list is too long. We may be here all night. But the most impressive one is he has 3 state championship rings, 2007, 2010, and 2019. Ray has been a huge reason why this program has been so successful over the years. He has built the foundation of what Hudson softball is known for: toughness, discipline, and heart. He's always held his athletes, including myself, to the highest standard, never letting anyone slip away from their values and their goals. He expects a lot out of his athletes and will continuously push them to be the best version of themselves. One thing I value the most about Ray is he stays true to his people. He will go to war with us and for us every day of the week. There's not a day, game, or practice that goes by that I don't doubt he has our back. Sometimes playing for Ray isn't the easiest at the moment. But to all his former and current athletes that stand here today, I can tell you that guy right there cares about each and every one of you. And we are beyond lucky to call you our coach. I know that's probably hard to believe while you're running your 8th pool, but it's true. Ray has so much pride for this town and for this program. The hardest part about his retirement is I actually have no idea what Hudson softball is without him. Not many people here tonight actually do. They don't know what the program was like before Ray. I've had the pleasure of knowing Ray since I was born, being that he's best friends with my dad. As my sisters went through the program and played for him in the summer, I grew up with Ray by my side. I always dreamed about the day I was going to be able to be one of his athletes, never mind being able to be coached with him for 10 years. We won a state championship as a player-coach duo and a coach-coach duo, and I will forever be grateful for those memories and everything in between. Hudson softball was a safe place for Ray. Through the good and the bad times, it was a consistent place that allowed him to escape the stress and do something he loved. When Ray lost his wife Sharon in 2005, she loved softball more than any of us. Hudson softball was a place he was able to feel connected to her. Although we have prayed for her to help us this season, and she has not, so we're pretty pissed off, I know she is smiling down, knowing you are doing something you love for the last 33 years, and you never steered away from your true self. When Ray got remarried, Mary Ann had no idea what this program meant to him, But once she did, she was all in. Although I don't blame her, it's 3 hours a day she doesn't have to deal with them. Marianne, thank you for sharing him with us and allowing him to continue his passion, but he's all yours. Hudson Softball will not be the same without Ray. I will miss looking over and seeing you at first base, or sitting next to you on the bucket. I'll miss our morning phone calls during the season and how much you make me laugh. I really don't know what I'm gonna do without you. But I can make you a promise. I will continue to make them run polls, start 21 over often, sit on Sharon's bench, and continuously hold them to the Rays standard. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. Thank you for being my coach, my counterpart, and my family. Hudson Softball will never be the same. We do have some alumni. I hope they make you guys laugh. First up is Sophia Togneri.
Hi everyone, I'm Soph. I graduated in 2019, so I was lucky enough to win a state championship with Ray. But I'm going to keep it pretty short and sweet for him. But this year marks my 10-year anniversary from when I first started for Ray, back in 2016 as a freshman. And I've been lucky enough to know him as both a player and a coach. And he's the heart of Hudson Softball. He's been the one constant over the last 3 decades of a rotating cast of players, coaches, and fans, many of whom are here today that have walked through this program. He's made HHS Softball a family, and I'm eternally grateful to be a part of it. So to me, Ray is leaving behind a legacy of passion, loyalty, commitment, competitive spirit, and striving for excellence every day. And no one loves this program or this sport as much as he does. And I know that this won't change with his retirement. However, it's now up to us to take the torch and make that live on every day on this field, even if he won't be here for it. Thank you for everything you've done for me, this program, and for all of us here today. Good luck on your retirement. Once a Hawk, always a Hawk, and I look forward to seeing you about 3 feet off the side of the bench next year.
Now we have Lauren O'Malley. Hello! She'll definitely make you laugh. Sure did. I wrote a little bit. Okay, hi, I'm Lauren. I have a few words. Coach Ray, 33 years of coaching softball. Wow, that is such an accomplishment. I'm so incredibly grateful that I got to be one of the many players who got the privilege of having you as a coach. Throughout my life, I've had many coaches due to the numerous sports I played growing up. I have to say, I've never had a coach like you before, but don't worry, I say that in a good way. It's so hard to put into words what an impact you have had on Hudson Softball. I can speak from my own experience. You truly changed the sport for me. Growing up, my favorite sport was hockey by a landslide, but once I started playing at the high school level with you as one of my coaches, I started to like softball a little bit more each day. It is kind of crazy though, because if I had a pass ball, I would have to run in all my catching equipment, and we all know how much I hated running. But this past year, I've actually gotten into running, so I guess I can also thank you for that.
But that's what I love, the toughness. Yes, you made us run, but it was always for a reason, and there would always be an explanation in how we could learn from the mistakes we were making. Softball is such a mental game, and it's all about having mental toughness. You are the perfect coach for that. When any of the players were struggling at the plate, you always made it a point to congratulate us after finally getting a hit. You have no idea how much that meant to us. I miss playing every day, partially because of all the comments you would make. Like, even a blind squirrel finds a nut, which I got very often for some reason. And also seatbelts before we would leave practice. That's because you care. You're a coach that cares. In a world where a lot of coaches are only there to coach the sport, you are there also for the human connection. You cared about all of our grades and made sure we were all keeping our grades up, not just because you wanted us to be able to play in the next game, but you wanted to make sure we were succeeding in other areas of our lives as well. You asked about my mom and brothers pretty much daily because you know how much they mean to me. You cared about us as people, not just as players. I not only think of you as one of my favorite coaches, but I think of you as one of my favorite people, like family. You have had such an impact on my life and many other lives. I'm so happy I got to play for you, and I truly missed playing this past spring. But now we can hang out outside of softball. I guess what really is most important is to say thank you. Thank you for all that you have gave to Hudson Softball. Thank you for being you. Thank you for making every single player feel more important in far more ways than just athletics. Hudson Softball will truly never be the same. I love you, Coach Ray.
Caitlin Cassidy. Hi, Coach. My name's Caitlin. I played for Ray for 5 years before I graduated in 2022. I was also lucky enough to be part of the 2019 team. It's really hard to imagine Hudson Softball without Ray. My favorite part of high school was always softball season because I knew I could look forward to Ray's comments every day during practice. You really never knew what you were gonna say. It could be a high five after a good hit, or he could come up to you and say, even a blind squirrel finds a nut. In 8th grade, I learned 2 things really fast. The first is that Ray can basically smell fear. During my first week of practice, I was so scared of him I didn't talk. Ray made it his personal mission to pick on me until I started laughing and started talking back. Fast forward to my senior year, and I'm pretty sure he wished I would stop talking. The other 8th grader on the team, Abby Nezik, had the exact opposite problem. He knew automatically she wasn't scared enough. During one of our games, Abby missed a base while running, so Ray made her carry the base around the entire next practice. Outfield, running the bases, all of it. She was carrying it like this. The second thing I learned really fast is that Ray has to have a camera hidden somewhere on this field. There's no way he can know everything that goes on when he's not here without it. One day, an hour before practice, me and the underclassmen were trying to run around with our bats on our hand like this and see if we could make it very far. Somehow, Ray showed up an hour before that practice, knew exactly what we were doing, called us over to the bench, sat us down, and said, if you want to act like clowns, I'll show you what a clown looks like, and had us run the poles with the bats on our hands. But that was just Ray. He always had some kind of creative punishment, and he always knew what was happening on this field when he wasn't here. I still really don't know how you knew that's what you were doing. We made sure you weren't here before we did it. That was just Ray, though. He always pushed us, embarrassed us a little, but he always made us laugh. Hudson Softball really isn't going to be the same without you, and every player who came through this program is better because of you. So, even though you're an Alabama fan, I want to say thank you for everything, and congratulations on your retirement.
All right, we got one more, Maggie Baker.
To those of you who don't really know Ray, I know what you're thinking. This guy is a piece of work. But if you have had the wonderful privilege of knowing him, you know he's the biggest piece of work. But I've never known another coach quite like him. He cares probably more than he'll ever actually admit. Even during games when my dad would turn his chair around to watch tennis matches, he never gave up on us, never stopped believing we could be better, even when we couldn't see it. Ray is Hudson Softball, and it's truly hard to believe that this place could go on without him here. I mean, 33 years is longer than I've been alive, but for 33 years, he's built this place into what feels like a home, a place people didn't want to leave. I mean, look at Soph and I. We might be here for the next 33 years. During the pandemic, I realized how much this place and these people really meant to me, how much I miss such simple things like fly balls off Ray's bat or hearing first inning during 21. I realized how little a state championship compared in my mind to all these little moments. So Ray, thank you for giving me hundreds of these little moments and also for that state championship. I'm so thankful I had the opportunity to be coached by you. I'm forever grateful for every pole I ever had to run. I know there were many. For every silent bus ride, for every win and every loss. I know I stand up here a better person and a better player because I knew you. So thank you, and don't forget to wear your seatbelt. And Marianne, good luck. I'm sure you'll need it.
Thank you, Acton-Boxborough. We appreciate you sitting through that. We're just going to do one group shot with everybody.
So that's going to be a tough act to follow as part 2 of Ray Girard night. We'll finish with the actual game between the Hudson Hawks and the Acton-Boxborough Revolution. The starters for the Hawks are now being introduced. Starting at second base, Sydney Roush. At shortstop, it's Liv Conley. Sophia Ferry is at third base. In center field, KK DeShanes. At first base, Angie Esseline. Left fielder is Morgan Attaway. In the circle tonight is Taylor Attaway. Behind the plate, Kira Miller and Jillian Davis is in right field. The non-starters for the Hawks, Eliza Weismer, Sophia Oliveira, Casey Winkley, and Julia Percival. And now we'll pause for the playing of our national anthem. And we're about set to go from O'Donnell Field, the Hudson Hawks and the Acton-Boxborough Revolution on Ray Girard night. Ray Girard celebrated in the pregame festivities. Hanging it up at the end of the year after 33 years as an assistant coach here at Hudson High. A lot of former players and former coaches that he coached with. Steve Martin was here. Mary Beth Ryan was here. Shrewsbury head coach Jamie Schaefer, formerly known as Jamie Millett, on hand. Shrewsbury took the season series from the Hawks this year. First time since either of these two, Laura and Jamie, have been head coaches. Both went on to have great college careers. A few other former players as well. Caitlin Cassidy, a former catcher. Maggie Baker is on the coaching staff here in Hudson, a former center fielder and state champion. And Sophia Togneri, pitching menace on the 2019 state championship team, and was set to get underway. Called strike from Taylor Attaway. Leading off for Acton-Boxborough and playing shortstop is Alice Roscan. Ball one from Attaway. 1-1 the count. Attaway bounces that one in for ball two. Attaway deals on the ground, foul down the third base side, 2-2. Been a tough year for the Hawks, currently ranked at number 30 in the MIAA Division III power rankings. Top 32 gain entrance into the tournament. Roscan works the count full. It's 3-2. And a pop-up to right field. And Jillian Davis there to make the catch for out number one. Georgia Amendolia, the Acton-Boxborough catcher, takes ball one in the dirt. Swing and a miss, off speed from Attaway, has Amendolia out in front of that one. 1-1. Fouled off behind the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And down swinging goes Amendolia, number one on the night for Attaway. Pete Conti and Linda Chilton. No, you haven't heard that name for a while, but usually once a year we're able to find the time to team up once again. Our live stream boys, Jared and Cam, called away for special assignment tonight at the school committee. Soft grounder, Conley at short, over to first. And Acton-Boxborough retired in order. So the defensive alignment for Acton-Boxborough. At third, Julia Ubel. Alice Rosecan is at short. Stacy Lorem is at second, and Tia Gillespie is at first base. Georgia Amendolia is behind the plate in the circle tonight, wearing number 1, Alyssa Ryan. In left field, it's Alexis Haff. Cassidy Ford is at center field, and Alyssa Morano is in right. Sydney Roush, Liv Conley, and Sophia Furry. First 3 due up in the bottom half of the first. '96, Linda says, one of her first softball games. Ray was even a coach then. He didn't come on to the softball season. I think 2005 was my first softball season. And then Coach Nananowicz, the hockey coach at the time, found out I was doing softball games and wanted equal time. So I've spent 20 years with the hockey program as well. Sydney Roush leads off for the Hawks. Takes called strike 1 from Alyssa Ryan. Up and away, 1-1. Grounder to second. And Lorem can't come up with the handle. Got away from her. Tried to chase it down. Strong infield single. And the Hawks have a base runner with no outs. Conley attempts to get Roush over to second base. Misses on the bunt. Lays that one down. Over to first, the only option. Conley back to second. Sacrifice bunt. Roush back to second. Conley with the sacrifice bunt. Brings up the third baseman, Sophia Ferry. Takes called, strike 1. Started to swing, checked it back. Tried the check swing again, off the end of the bat. 0-2 to Ferry. Up and away. Ferry can hit full power. Count evens up at 2. And lifted towards left center. One hop off the fence. Roush He's going to round third, head for home. Into second, standing up, is Sophia Ferry. Ferry close to putting that one out. One hop off the fence. Brings up KK Deschaines, the center fielder. No balls, one strike. And opposite field in the right. Ferry's going to round third. RBI single for KK Deschaines. Two runs in for the Hawks, home half of the first. Brings up first baseman Angie Esseline. Called strike one. And down to second goes Deschaines. In safely. One and one. Two balls, one strike. Acton-Boxborough ranked 19th in the MIAA state power rankings in Division I. Swing and a miss from Esseline, 2-2. And caught looking. Esseline, first strikeout for Alyssa Ryan. Brings up the left fielder, Morgan Attaway. Takes ball one. Called strike, 1-1. One ball, two strikes to the left fielder. Up and away. Good job by Amendola behind the plate. Saved Deschaines from getting to third base. Up and away again. And caught looking is Morgan Attaway. Second strikeout of the inning. But the Hawks do some damage in the first. Get two runs across. We're through one. It's Hudson 2 and Acton-Boxborough 1. Well, it was about 95 degrees the last 2 days. Tonight it's about 55. Ryan, Gillespie, and Ford due up in this top of the second inning. Aslan Ryan, the Acton-Boxborough pitcher, will lead off. And lifted high. Jillian Davis calls them all off and makes the catch. Brings up the first baseman, Tia Gillespie. She wears number 4. Takes call, strike 1. And fouled out of play. Oh, and 2. Ball sneaks by Kira Miller behind the plate. Off speed, gets past Conley at short. And Gillespie makes the turn, going to stay at first. Brings up the center fielder, Cassidy Ford. Acton-Boxborough with a base runner. Ball 1 from Attaway. Ford tried to check the swing, couldn't hold it off. It's 1-1. Foul tip. Like part of her wristband came off. And lifted in right. Davis there to make the catch. Busy night in right field for Jillian Davis. That's her third put out of the night. And Alexis Half, the Acton-Boxborough left fielder, steps in with 2 out. Called strike from Taylor Attaway. Gillespie still at first. One and 1. Little grounder foul down the first base side. Hawks baseball with the 5-0 win over AMSA last night on senior night. Over across the way at Girardi Field. Pitch is high, 2-2. And that one lifted into center. And KK Deschaines there to make the catch for out number 3. So Acton-Boxborough gets a base runner in that top half of the second, but she was left on base. And Acton-Boxborough comes away with no runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on. Taylor Attaway, Kira Miller, and Jillian Davis due up in the home half of the second. Taylor Attaway leads off for the Hawks. Takes ball 1 high and outside. Another offering from Alyssa Ryan, the same place. 2 balls, no strikes. Attaway ahead in the count, 3-0. Ryan gets the strike, 3-1. Fouled off, out of play. Attaway stays alive. Full count. In the dirt, Attaway draws a leadoff walk. First base on balls. Given up by Alyssa Ryan. And now we'll have a pinch runner for Attaway. It's going to be number 6, Eliza Weismer. And Kira Miller will step in. Squares the bunt, pulls back. Squares again, pitches in the dirt. Weismer takes off. Throw's not going to be on time, and then standing up. Miller misses with the bunt attempt. Like it hit the catcher in the foot. Like Laura called timeout from the third base coach's box to give Amendola a little bit of time to walk that one off. Miller squares again. Pulls it back. 2 balls and 1 strike. Ducks away from the high, offering a 3-1, and it was another base on ball, second consecutive for Ryan. Hawks with runners at first and second brings up the lefty right fielder, Jillian Davis. She squares, lays one down the first base side, and Gillespie gets it to Lorem. Sacrificed by Davis. Moves the runners along. Weismer over to third. Miller over to second. And the Hawks are back at the top of the order with 1 out. Sydney Roush takes ball 1. Ball 2. Called strike to Roush. Roush singled to lead off for the Hawks in the bottom half of the first. Ryan deals up and away. Amendola quickly gets the ball back to the circle. And Roush, hard line drive. Weismer scores. And Miller is going to cross the plate. 2-run double for Roush. Yeah. Kara O'Reilly, the Acton-Boxborough coach, takes a timeout, wants to talk to the players. One out in the home half of the second. Hawks have 2 runs across the plate. Roush at second for Liv Conley. Both Hawk runs so far in this inning are unearned. Both got on base by way of base on balls. And Liv Conley steps in. Amendola, a few last words. And now Conley steps in. Takes a called strike. Outside. 1-1. Ryan deals up and away. Two and two. They trying to get rid of me? Paul Jassoum down below came to Ray Girard night. Told me he'd see me at my retirement. Conley waited on the off speed, a little bit out in front of it. Fouls it out of play down the third baseline. Nice catch by the fan down by the Sharon Girard Memorial bench. And lifts one this way. Just out of in foul territory. Right down to our right. Two and two, the count to Liv Conley. Waits on the change of speed again. And the photographer ducks out of the way. Saved by the hitting net down the third baseline. Pitch is low and outside. Looked like Alyssa Ryan wanted that outside corner strike. Fouled out of play. And Conley takes the bullet for the team that time. Hit by the pitch. Sophia Ferry swing and a miss. Took one deep to left center, her first plate appearance. That one's up and away, 1-1. Foul back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bounces prior to the plate, goes back and hits the umpire. Everybody's safe. Roush moves to third, and Connolly will move to second. And again, Laura Bowen calls a timeout. Give the umpire a few minutes to adjust himself. Looks like he took that one on the back of the hand. So the Hawks have had 5 to the plate. Conley, Ferry is the 5th Hawk to the plate, the 6th Hawk to the plate. And only 1 hit among them, 2 walks and a hit batsman. And the Hawks have 2 runs in, still 1 out. Up and away. Three and 1. And Ferry to first base. Hawks load him up. Brings up KK DeShanes. Bases loaded for the Hawks. DeShanes takes ball 1. Outside, 2-0. Up and away. Called strike. Hard to see from up here, but that one looked well outside. And Alyssa Ryan works the count full. 3-2 to DeShanes. And she draws the walk. Fourth walk of the inning for Ryan. And that brings Roush across the plate. Connolly will go to third. Faree will go to second. It's going to be a pitching change for Acton-Boxborough. Gillespie will enter the circle. And it looks like Ryan is going to move over to first base. And Angie Esseline steps in. Takes call, strike 1. Esseline fouls it. Backing out of play, 0-2. Conley's at third. Ferry's at second. KK DeShanes is at first. Hawks have 3 runs in this home half of the second. Off speed is high, ball 1. Foul ball again, out of play. Looks like that one hit her in the foot. Conley's going to score. Two-hit batsman in this inning. Brings up Morgan Attaway. Ninth Hawk to reach the plate this inning. Still one out in the bottom of the second inning. 4 runs in for the Hawks. And just out of reach. Missed it by that much. Low ball 2. 2-1. Three and 1. Attaway stays alive, fouls that one out of play. Foul back again. Gillespie deals. Morgan Attaway fights that one off. Attaway sends one towards center. Is it going to drop? And it does. Falls in front of Cassidy Ford. Ferry scores. DeShanes is going to score. Esselane over to third. 2-run single for Morgan Attaway. Brings up Sister Taylor as the Hawks have batted around here in the second. Squares the bunt, pulls it back. And Attaway, Morgan type, makes her way to second base. So the Hawks with runners in second and third. Still one out. Taylor Attaway led off the inning with a base on balls. Squares the bunt, reaches out for it. Doesn't make contact. Foul down the third baseline. And Attaway down looking. Brings up Kira Miller. Takes strike one. Gillespie fires, foul back. Oh, and 2 to the Hawk catcher. Low and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Foul out of play. Still 1 and 2. Off-speed pitch is up and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Amendola tried to frame that one behind the plate, just too far outside. Miller works the count, 3 and 2. Lifts one into short center field. Esselane's going to score. Attaway in safely and thrown out is Kira Miller. So the Hawks put 8 batters across the plate in that second inning. We're through 2 here at O'Donnell Field. It's the Hawks 10 and Acton-Boxborough nothing. Kind of a disastrous inning for Acton-Boxborough. 2 walks, 4 walks, and 2 hit batsmen. Hawks get 8 runs on only 1 hit. 2 hits. And AB has got a hole to climb out of. Julia Ubel, the third baseman, leads off for Acton-Boxborough. Her first plate appearance. Takes ball 1. Lifted into right. Davis back there to make the catch. Jillian Davis having a night. One of our 2026 senior Hawks. Only 2 of them this year. Taylor Attaway and the right fielder Jillian Davis. Hard line drive by Morano. Going to turn towards second. Thrown out at second base. Attaway close to the fence. Got it to Roush at second base to make the put out. So Acton-Boxborough taking a chance, trying to get a runner in scoring position. Morgan Attaway threw her out from deep left field, and KK DeShanes gets to put out in center, and Acton-Boxborough down in order. Morgan Attaway, one of our 8th grade participants. So the future's kind of bright for the Hawks, only losing 2 seniors this year. Big hole at pitcher, spot where Attaway's been for several years. The whole time she's been here, she's been the starting pitcher. Hey, where am I smelling the hamburgers from? Everywhere you look, there's a Bowen. Yeah, you'll always be a Bowen to me. Katie Pioletta just appeared down to my right. And Jillian Davis steps in to lead off the home half of the third. Takes ball 1. Eight-run second inning by the Hawks has them with a commanding 10-0 lead. Swing and a miss by Davis out in front of that one. One and two to the right fielder. Ducks that one. 2-2. Davis stays alive, fouls that one up over the screen. Still 2-2. Three and two. Davis works the count full. And draws a leadoff walk. Number 5 on the night for Acton-Boxborough pitching. First one given up by Gillespie. Back to the top of the order, Sydney Roush steps in. 2 for 2 with a single and a double. Ball 1. Steps back from that one. 2-0. Swing and a miss by Roush. Had the green light. Two and one. Three balls, one strike. And down to second goes Davis. In safely. Roush down on strikes, ball gets away. Roush at first, rather, with Liv Conley at bat. Another ball to Liv Conley. No outs, the home half of the third. On the ground to second. Got the force at second base. And Roush is cut down. Jillian Davis moves to third. Brings up Ferry. Ball one. Swing and a miss. Ferry. Conley goes down to second. 1-1 to Sophia Ferry. Forces off for the Hawks runners. Foul tip. And Conley caught looking. Ferry caught looking. Pardon me. Fourth strikeout for Acton-Boxborough pitching brings up KK DeShanes. Singled in the first, reached by way of a walk in the second. Takes ball one. Stays alive. Fouls that one back to the fence. Gillespie deals. Out of play. off speed has the Shanes out in front of that one. Back to the screen again. Hawk batters taking these Acton-Boxborough pitchers deep into pitch counts tonight. Fouling off a lot of pitches. Two and two. Fouled off to our left. Linda runs for cover. Still 2 and 2. About 9 pitches deep into this at bat. And pop up to second base, and the catch is made by Stacy Lorum for out number 3. We're through 3 here at O'Donnell Field. The Hawks 10 and Acton-Boxborough nothing. Congratulations to boys lacrosse, who kind of went worst to first as they achieved the league title in Midwalk B. 0-17 just 2 seasons ago. So congratulations to them. A couple more alumni over to congratulate Ray Girard, just down in front of us. When they grow up, you don't recognize. Sam Sawyer, I know, is down there. And the catcher, Amendola. Foul just outside the line. Ferry waited till it got to foul territory and grabbed it. Lifted into center. DeShanes makes the catch. Out number 1. Stacy Lorum steps in. Ferry. Esselane at first. Out number 2. First pitch swinging. And Aslan Ryan now at first. It's a starting pitcher for Acton-Boxborough. Steps in with 2 outs. Ferry across. First pitch swinging again. Is that 3 pitches or 4 pitches in that inning? So Acton-Boxborough down in order. Second time tonight. Journey Ware down below to our left. Karenites down there as well. A couple more former Hawks. It's going to be Isselane, Morgan Attaway, and Taylor Attaway due up in the home half of the fourth. Angie Esseline leads off. Pulls back from that one. Takes the ball. And pop up to second base. Lorem there to make the catch. Morgan Attaway steps in with one out. Low and away. Called strike one. One and one to the left fielder. Gets past the Amendola. Ball two. Gillespie evens the count, 2-2. Foul out of play. Off speed. Attaway reaches out for it and thrown out at first. Barely caught up with that off-speed pitch. Tried to win the foot race down to first base. Came up empty. Jubel threw her out. Attaway lifts one over towards us. Everyone scatters. As Ray takes some time for some pictures. You know it's a big night when he has time for a picture. Bounce to the third, Jubel. Over to Ryan at first for out number 3. Hawks go down in order to end the fourth. We're through 4 here at O'Donnell. It's the Hawks 10 And the Acton-Boxborough Revolution, nothing. One of those schools that chose to change their names back some years ago. Used to be the Colonials. But that's a four-letter word nowadays, I guess. Revolution. It's Gillespie, Ford, and Alexis Half due up in the Acton-Boxborough fifth. Looks like we've lost power in our scoreboard. And Gillespie steps in. Waits on the off speed from Attaway, fouls it out of play. Waits on that one, lifts it into center field. Deshanes on the way in makes the catch. That one lifted into left by Cassidy Ford, and Morgan Attaway there to make the catch. Acton-Boxborough certainly doesn't wait to get the cracks. A lot of first pitch swings. Pitch count must be pretty low to this point for Taylor Attaway. Alexis Half steps in, takes ball one. Low and away again. 2 balls, no strikes. Half can't resist the high one. Those pitches look so good, but you can never catch up with them. Lets that one go by. 3-2. Attaway deals. On the ground. Backhanded by Conley. She's going to hold on to it, not make the throw. Infield single with 2 outs for Alexis Half. Second hit given up by Taylor Attaway tonight. And Ubel fouls the first pitch out of play. Attaway deals. Hubel lets it go by. Gets past Miller behind the plate. And Half is going to move to second. One and one to Hubel. Half over to second with 2 outs. Attaway gets the called strike. 1 and 2. Two and 2. Hubel works the count full. Attaway. Some confusion with the count. It's full to Hubel. And let that one get away. Hubel draws the 2-out walk. First walk given up by Taylor Attaway tonight. Laura Bowen calls timeout. Cold, Linda. It's still in the high 80s yesterday. You checking to see what the temperature is? No bugs, that's right. It's a good thing. Alyssa Morano takes ball 1 high. Ball 2. Swing and a miss. Morano out in front of that one. Attaway deals. Gets the strike. 2 and 2. Attaway likes to come off speed with the payoff pitch. And swing and a miss by Morano. And Acton-Boxborough goes down in the 5th. 2 strikeouts on the night for Taylor Attaway. Acton-Boxborough leaves 2 on. Two hits given up on the night. Good outing for Taylor Attaway. Be Miller, Davis, and back to the top of the order with Sydney Roush. First 3 due up for the Hawks in the home half of the 5th. There's a bug. See, you say no bugs, and now we got one. It's all right. It's probably too cold to bite either of us. We used to have the groundskeepers take good care of our little perch up here, but Leo's gone, Mark Baker's gone. We have to teach the new people how to landscape our perch properly. Miller fouls that one out of play. Oh, and 2 to the Hawks catcher. Off speed. Miller lifts it into short left field. Leadoff single. Brings up Jillian Davis. Fouls that one back. One-on-one. Called strike 2. Foul back. One ball, 2 strikes. And Davis down swinging. 5th strikeout for Acton-Boxborough pitching tonight. And back to Sidney Roush. Ball 1. Foul back to the screen. 1-on-1 to the second baseman. Singled in the first, doubled in the second, and drew a base on balls in the third. And lifted over towards us, just in front of us. I thought you were going to reach out for that, Linda. That was a close one. I think you could have caught that one. 1-2 to Roush. A lot of excitement down here in front of us. Did you get that? Soft grounder back to Gillespie. Got it over to Ryan for out number 2. Liv Conley steps in with 2 outs. Ball 1. Up and away. 2-0. Swing and a miss. 2 balls on a strike to Conley. Off speed. Doesn't hit the strike zone. 3-1. Foul out of play. And Conley draws the walk. Kira Miller moves to second. Sophia Ferry to the plate. Got 2 on. Called strike on the outside part of the plate. In the dirt, 1-1. Free swing and miss. Kind of a half-hearted attempt on that one. Couldn't decide whether to swing or not. By the time she wanted to swing, it was a little too late. Hard grounder back through the hole. Miller thrown out at the plate. So the bid for more runs by the Hawks ends with Kira Miller cut down at home plate. We're through 5 here at O'Donnell. It's the Hawks 10 and the Acton-Boxborough Revolution 0. Top 6. Hey, Katie. Have Lenny get us a couple of burgers, will you? Huh? Oh, you could do it one hand. All right. One lucky fan's gonna run over to the grill, get us a hamburger here as we bust into the 6th inning. Line drive down the left field line is fair. Attaway takes it to the fence. And Alice Roskin, leadoff single. Turned on that Attaway pitch, took it right down the line. Georgia Amendola. Hey, it looks like it's going to be an interference. Runner is going to be out. Conley stays down. Quite a collision as Roscan was heading toward third base. Collided with Liv Conley. Back up on her knees. And up on her feet. Gonna shake that one off. Tough cookie that kid is. So Roscan will be out for interference, runner interference. And Amendola is at first. So that's one way to get the lead runner. Off the end of the bat, Conley quickly over to first. Esselane going to send it over to Roush at second. Amendola gets back. Aslan Ryan fouls back the first pitch. It's like Maddie Kiley down there. Gracie Giorgio as well. Some former Hawk players. Called strike to Aslan Ryan. Swing and a miss. And that's strike three. Ends the inning. I'll eat it with cheese. Just in time between innings. Yeah. Thank you, Marianne. Yeah, bottom half of the sixth. If it sounds like I'm eating, I am. KK Deshane's dad manning the grill tonight. Just took my yearly selfie with Linda. We should have this every game. I know. So we're in the back half of the 6th. If the camera looks like it's not moving, Linda's eating her supper. I got macaroni salad in my scorebook. KK DeShays leads off. Follows that one on a play. Liner into center field. Right to Ford. Ford makes the catch. Stinger by DeShanes. Brings up Angie Esseline. Dribbler to Gillespie. Esseline called out by the first base umpire. Oh, foul ball. Off her foot. Strike 2. One hopper to second. And Lorem just gets it there in time. Esseline thrown out at first. Morgan Attaway to the plate. She steps in with 2 out. Sends one over our way. Linda, you covered up. That wasn't even close. I know you're out of practice. Back to Gillespie. Gets it over to Ryan for out number 3. We're through 6 here at O'Donnell. It's the Hawks 10 and Acton-Boxborough nothing. I vote we have catering for all the games next year. Who are you going to talk to make that happen? And Gillespie, the current pitcher, steps in. And Roush takes the tough hop over to first for out number 1. I almost wrote in my scorebook with my fork. Conley. Over to Esselane. Gets forward for out number 2. Brings it up the left fielder, Alexis Half. That one gets away from Miller. And Roush makes the catch for out number 3. And the Hawks with a big win over Division I Acton-Boxborough here on Ray Girard night. Hawks win 10-0. So a good night all around. Started out with the festivities for Ray Girard. We got some good food here in the top half of the 7th that we're still eating. Giant win for the Hawks there. And they show their jubilation. They wanted nothing more than to have a win here on Ray Girard night. 33 years Ray Girard spent coaching his program. And the girls give him one to remember here at O'Donnell Field. Still got a couple games coming up for the Hawks. One against Wachusett coming up on Friday, Saturday. And they'll be over in Marlborough on Memorial Day to take on the Marlborough Panthers. Big night defensively for Jillian Davis in right field at 4-5 putouts. Hawks benefited from some unearned run, a lot of walks given up by Acton-Boxborough pitching tonight. Couple hit batsmen. But no errors and no free outs given up by the Hawks tonight. And that's anytime you can do that, you're probably going to end up on the winning side. Acton-Boxborough, number 19 in Division I in the power rankings in the state of Massachusetts coming into this game. Hawks sitting at number 30. So, instead of me chewing and trying to talk to you at the same time, Linda, I want to thank you for joining me tonight. Back together for our once a year. We're going to see how this all pans out for the postseason for softball and for baseball to see where they go from here. But as I said last night at the conclusion of the baseball broadcast, this could be the last broadcast of the year for HUD-TV, but we will see. So if it is the last broadcast of the year, we thank everyone for joining us, especially on the live streams through the fall and the spring. And next year probably promises bigger and better things. They had new toys every year for us to play with, so we can just share them with you. So if we don't see you again, or you don't hear from us again in the spring, we'll see you in September. Sounds like a song, isn't it? But thanks again to Linda. Final score again from O'Donnell Field on Ray Girard night. The Hudson Hawks 10 and the Acton-Boxborough Revolution nothing. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you maybe soon. Good night.